Hello everybody, welcome back to the JB Gaming channel. I've not posted in a while because work life and life got in the way. So hopefully we're going to be starting a new series on the channel with old school Runescape as always. And on this new account, we are going to do the collection log only. So if we have a look at the collection log, so we're going to try and complete the collection log. A lot of people have said it takes many of years to complete the collection log. It's not going to be easy to complete, but we are going to try and do that. So in this first episode, I am going to just do some questing on here because we need 32 quest points so we can start to obtain the champions scrolls from monsters. So in this first episode, I'm just going to complete a bunch of quests and bring you back every time we complete one until we get 32 quest points. So the first quest we are going to start is the cook's assistant, which obviously we know the cook's in the kitchen. He's obviously going to want us to make a cake. What's wrong? Yes. So there we go. It's brought up the quest helper for me on the right hand side. I know what I'm doing. So we need a bucket of milk and some eggs, an egg and a pot of flour. So I'll bring you back once we've got all the items. Here we are back at the cook with the cook in the kitchen after collecting all the items. So yeah, in this series, like I said, we're just going to be here collecting as much as a collection log as possible. So there's our first quest point and 300 cooking XP. And that has given us levels 4 in cooking. All this account's going to be is basically looking at the collection log. That's all we're doing in this. We're not going to worry about any skills getting to a certain level. We're not looking at drop rate. Well, we will be looking at drop rates in regards to uniques. We will be obviously trying to green log all the clue scrolls. Obviously, we can't get a unique for the first 10 hours on the account anyways. But what I will do is stack up the crates. And literally, we'll do a massive opening on the crates every so often once we get to a certain number, maybe 100 or so. 150, 200 or something. But yeah, the mini games, I will just AFK these while I'm not recording. So like, for example, Castle Wars, we will get all the tickets required to get every single item from Castle Wars. We're not going to cheat on that and just get one item of the highest thing, resell it, buy another thing. We're going to get every single item. So Castle Wars will need to be AFK while I'm not recording. Same with everything else. Anything there where I need to generate points, tickets and stuff so I can buy the uniques. So, for example, Giant's Foundry, we will get all the points required to get the uniques. Then, obviously, I'll bring it back and then show you buying all the items. Yeah, so we'll just carry on doing that in the background. Obviously, you've got aerial fishing, which will probably be a couple of episodes, hopefully. The angler pieces you get from fishing trawler anyway. But the rods and all that kind of stuff you get while you're doing aerial fishing. What else is there? Oh yeah, your Slayer grind. So any XP lamps or anything that we get, I will be just sticking it straight onto Slayer, just so we can get that up as high as possible. Yeah, so hopefully this is going to be a long series. We obviously got random events as well, which we're not going to. I will hopefully show you if they do pop up, but if I do get some on the recording, off recording, sorry, then I will show you on the next episode on what we did get. But the hardest item on there to get is obviously the stale baguette. Same with rooftop agility. We will literally get every single marks of grace to get every item. But agility, I might just train it AFK anyway. just so I can get all the marks of grace, and then we can buy the items. So yeah, so like I said, in this episode, we are just going to be here completing quests. That was Cook's Assistant, the first one down. So we do have 1 out of 32 that we do need to collect. So the next quest I am going to do is, if we actually go over to the quest helper, type in sheep shearer. So I'll bring you back when we arrive at Fred the Farmer. So here we are, here's Fred the Farmer. So while we was waiting, I did collect the balls of wool and turned them. So this should auto complete the quest. Bring me 20 balls of wool. Not a problem. Yes. And there we go. Quest point number 2 with 150 crafting XP to bring us up to level 3. So there we go. That is 2 out of 23. So the next quest we are going to do is Mist Hailing Mystery. We don't need anything for this, so I'm just going to put everything in the bank, and then I'll bring you back when we start the quest. So here we are, just in the Lumbridge Swamp, and we talk to Abigail, and this will start the Mist Hailing Mystery. I'll bring you back when we've completed the quest. And there we go, that is Mist Hailing Mystery done. Another quest point, 600 crafting, a uncut ruby, emerald and sapphire. And that is level 8 crafting. So the next quest that we're going to do, I think, is Ernest the Chicken. This gives us 4 quest points, which will give us a bit of a boost. So I'll bring you back when we arrive at the entrance at Draenor Manor. So here we are at Draenor Manor. Let's talk to Vanessa and start the Ernest the Chicken quest. I'll bring you back once we are finished. And there we go. That is Ernest the Chicken completed. 4 quest points and 300 coins. We are now at 7. That means we need 25 more quest points. So our next quest I am going to do is Prince Ali Rescue. There's a few items I need to collect on this one, but I'll collect the items, then bring you back when we start the Prince Ali Rescue. So here we are in the desert. Just about to start the Prince Ali Rescue. There's only 2 items I need, which is a yellow dye and the rope, but we can obtain them when we get to Draenor Village. So I'll bring you back when we're just about to complete the quest. So here we are, back at Prince Ali's castle after rescuing, and that is 3 quest points, 700 coins, and the Al Kharid tollgate is now free to use. So we are now up to 10 quest points with 22 more to go. So our next quest is the Restless Ghost. So I'll bring you back when we arrive at the start of the quest. So here we are. Let's start the quest, the Restless Ghost. Well, once we can catch up with him. There we go. So we'll bring you back once we've completed the quest. So here we are, back at the quest. We're just about to complete it, and everyone enjoys this cutscene. So we might as well bring you back a little bit early. But we've returned to school. And there we go. Release, thank you, stranger. Off he goes. Boop. And that is the completion of the Restless Ghost. So the next quest we are going to do is, well, there's a level 9 prayer. But the next quest we are going to do is Ruin Mystery. Obviously level 4 combat there. So I'll bring you back when we start the quest. So here we are. Let's start Ruin Mysteries. When we go over to the rock, we will do the Romeo and Juliet quest also. So let's get this one started, and I'll bring you back when we arrive at the rock. So here we are. We've arrived back at the rock. We're just going to drop this off to continue the Ruin Mystery quest. And then what we'll do is we'll go to the centre and we will start the Romeo and Juliet. And also while we're here, we will also do the Children of the Sun. So I'll bring you back when we get to Romeo. So here he is, Romeo in the town square. Yes, I've seen her. Blah de blah. Yes, let's start our quest. No, that's not the one we're looking for. We need to search for Romeo and Juliet because it's sending us in the wrong direction. So yeah, we've started the Romeo and Juliet quest. I'll bring you back when we are finished. So here we go. Arrive back, talk to Romeo. A cutscene will happen. He falls in love with the cousin, and that will be the end of Romeo and Juliet. So here we go. It's pretty scary. Be quiet. She's down here. Blah de blah. Go on. Your love of your life is over there. Here we go. Here he comes with his flowers. Here comes the cousin. Oh, he falls in love with the cousin. Fantastic. Romeo and Juliet complete. 5 more quest points. So that now brings us up to a total of 16. But while we are here, like I said, we are going to start the next quest, which is Children of the Sun. So I might as well keep you with me while we start this one. Yeah, there's a dodgy person. Let's start it. I'll bring you back when we finish the quest. So here we go. This is the end of the quest. If we just finish up talking, we should get the reward. There we go. Interesting. Thank you very much. So there we go. That is another quest point down. We are now on 17. So what we are going to do is return back to Lumbridge and finish off the Ruin Mystery quest. I'll bring you back when we finish the quest. So here we go. If we deliver this now, this will be the quest completed. So skip all this. We can now go to the Essence Pines. Lovely jubbly. And there we go. Another quest point. It's just asking us if we want to teleport. At this moment, we're not interested. So we are at 18. 18 out of 32. So let's just have a look at the next quest we can do. What about X marks the spot? Because that's the start in Lumbridge. Only need a spade. It gives us a beginner clue scroll which we can complete and stick in the bank. Yeah, so I think I am going to do X marks the spot. So I'll bring you back when we arrive at the beginning of the quest. So here we are in the Lumbridge pub. Let's speak to Bios. I'm looking for a quest. Yeah, okay. Basically, this is just teach you how to do the clue scrolls and all that kind of stuff. So, I'll bring you back when we have finished the quest. So here we are, if we're just arriving at Port Sharim to finish this quest. Hand over this casket. Here we go. Lovely jubbly. Should give us a beginner clue scroll, through a 300 antique lamp, and 200 coins. So let's step away from him because he wants us to travel at the minute. We stick that straight on Slayer. And straight up to level 4. So the first clue, it wants us to get a gold ring and a gold necklace and blow a raspberry in the rock. So what I might actually do is head over to the Grand Exchange and go and buy one. So I'll bring you back when we arrive at the Grand Exchange. So here we are, arriving at the Grand Exchange. So let's quickly buy a gold ring and a gold necklace. So gold ring and a gold necklace. I know this is technically cheating, but we just don't have the requirements at the minute to do any gold bars to craft the ring or necklace. While we are also here, we are going to buy a raw sardine for Gertrude's cat. Do we have money for the beads? No, not for the black one. Jesus, all the red. Right, they're quite expensive, these beads. What we got? 778. Okie dokie. So Imp Catcher might actually have to go on hold at the moment. But have we got a bucket? We don't. But I think there might be one at Lumbridge. So we are going to need a bucket of milk. You know what? We'll just buy it. Easy peasy. Bucket of milk. There we go. 72. Sorted. Yeah, for 100 coins. So let's just withdraw all. And there we go. So we are ready for Gertrude's cat, which is going to be our next quest. But let's see if we can get a casket from the beginner clue scroll. So here we go, blowing a raspberry. Did that even work? Try again. Oh, let's stick on the stuff first. Try again. Here's Yuri. Yes, he's giving us another clue. He's speaking with Charlie. What's he going to want? We're probably going to have to buy it. Most of the items he wants we haven't got at the moment. He would like a cooked pike. So let's go back to the exchange. And we'll go and buy a pike. So with this early game, obviously getting the items that we need just to complete clues and stuff, we will just have to pay for it. As we're not an Iron Man or anything like that, we can use the exchange because eventually when we do get a load of items, we can sell it off and make a bit of money in game. So yeah, so like I said, this game is all about the collection log. I've still not received my first random event, which the account is now, what, 2.5 hours old? Yeah, near enough. But eventually they will start dropping in. But let's quickly buy a pike. Nope, that's milk. Try that again. 48 isn't enough, so let's go again. Let's go about 72. Wow, pike is expensive. Pike, let's go 200 then. There we go. Let's go back to Charlie. So here he is. Fingers crossed we'll get a casket which can go into the bank, and we do. Thank you very much, Charlie. So what I am going to do is going to stick this in the bank, and then we'll start Gertrude's cat. Back on the quest grind. We are on 19 quest points. 19 out of 32, so we need another 13 points, and then we'll be able to do the Goblin Ride. So everything's been banked. Let's just quickly go over to Gertrude and start this quest. She's here, so let's get going. She's lost the cat and we have to find her. Okay, I'll bring you back once we've completed Gertrude's cat. So here we are back at Gertrude's house. We've now rescued the cat. It's had a kitten. So let's quickly finish up this quest. There we go. It didn't actually pop up. But we... Oh, no, there we go. It did pop up. 1 quest point, a kitten, and 1,500 cooking XP, which gets up to level 13. So the next quest I think I'm going to do is Witch's Potion. Same again, 1 quest point on this. What are we up to now? We're up to 20. So another 12 to go. So yeah, so I'm going to get the item for this. And then I'll bring you back when we head over to Remington to start the quest. So here we are. We've got all the items we need for Witch's Potion. So we're going to start the quest. I'll bring you back once we have finished. And there we go. That is... Oh no, hold on a second. We need to drink from the cauldron. But then that is Witch's Potion completed. Another quest point and 325 magic. Which does get us up to level 4 and level 5 in combat. So our next quest is the one where we start Herbalore. So all I need to do now is kill a bear, which is in that location there. And then we should be able to complete the next quest. So I'll bring you back when we're just about to start. So here we are, after obtaining the bear meat, we are now going to start a druidic ritual. So here we are, looking for a quest. This will obviously unlock the Herbalore, so we can obviously clean off herbs and make potions. So, as always, I'll bring you back when I finish the quest. So here we are, just about to complete the quest now. This will give us, I think it's 4, isn't it? So 25 quest points. So we only need to get 7 more. There we go, and we can now do the Herbalore skill. Actually, while I'm in RD, change of plan. I'm actually going to do Sheep Herder first. That will give us 4 quest points, which will get us then to 29. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to do Sheep Herder first instead of Dwarf Cannon. So here we are. What's the problem? The sheep have escaped. They're all different colour. Get them in the pen. And yeah. So I'll bring you back once I've completed sheep herder instead. So there we go. If we just finish off speaking with this dude, there we go. 4 quest points for completing sheep herder. We have now got 29. We only need 3 more. So if we go up, if I can spell properly, the Dwarf Cannon will go up and start the Dwarf Cannon. I'll bring you back once we are going to start the quest. So here we are, going to speak with Captain Lawgooth, and this should start the Dwarf Cannon. So as always, I'll bring you back once we've completed the quest. So here we are, arrived back with the mould that we need to complete this quest, and there it is. We can now use a Dwarf Cannon if we want to, but that is 750 crafting XP and 1 quest point. And that is also a level 11 in crafting. So the next 2 quests we need, because we are now on 30, so we only need 2 more quest points. So the quest that we're looking at doing is do Rick's quest, which is going to require 6 clay, 4 copper and 2 iron. The 2 iron I will buy at the Grand Exchange because I'm not up to that level to get the ore. But we will mine the clay and the copper. And the last quest is going to be a Goblin Diplomacy. I just need to get the items to get the blue dye and the orange dye, and then the Goblin mail can be obtained during the quest. So, I'll bring you back once we have everything to complete both of them quests. So here we are, just arriving at Durik's quest. As you can see, we've got the items, 6 clay, 4 copper, 2 iron. Like I said, I did buy the iron off the Grand Exchange. But to complete this quick, this should be, here you go. And there we go, 1 quest point, 1,300 mining XP and 180 coins. And we can use his anvils. That gives us level 11 in mining. And that's also completed a beginner quest to get 5 mining. So we can now go and pick up a iron axe, 20 copper and tin. We can then smelt them into bronze axes. Also, to finish up, we have all the items for Goblin Diplomacy. The only thing we do not have is the 3 chainmails. Or should I say Goblin mails. But apparently they are in these locations here. So let's quickly grab 3 of them. Upstairs, search the crate. So there's the first one. Downstairs, search this crate. Yeah. Open the door. Oh. Search the second crate. Then search the third crate, and that should give us the Goblin mail. Then we want to use a blue dye on the first one and the orange dye on the second one. And then if we speak to the goblins, we should easily complete this quest as well. Number 3. Number 3. Yes. So there's going to be a cutscene here showing us all the different colours. So the first one's orange. They don't like it. Talk to him again. And they're now going to try on the blue one. They don't like that one either. So one last time, try on the brown one. And they all agree. And that there gives us 5 quest points, 200 crafting XP, and a gold bar, which has got us to level 12. And also, that has given us 36 quest points. It's taken us a few hours, 4 hours, 3.5 hours to do, but we have now finally reached 32 quest points. That's where we'll end the episode here for today. And then in the next episode, we will start looking at getting the goblins champions role. This one here. So, you've been watching JB Gaming. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next video.